Congrats to Ryan Blaney and the 12 Discount Tire team from Team Penske and Ford on the win and clinching their spot into the Final Four at Phoenix next week. They were one of the most dominant cars today. Congrats to those guys on the win. Jonathan Hassler, the crew chief, his fans. I've always liked Ryan Blaney, so it was cool to see him get a win today. So good for him, good for those guys. And they led 145 laps. That's the second most laps led today, so that was a great performance there by Ryan Blaney. Great run by Eric Almirola. He announced earlier or late or somewhere this past week that he was going to retire from full-time racing, so he won't. He wanted to spend more time with his children, or I guess, but he said he might still part-time race, but as far as full-time racing, he's going to retire from it, and he won't be in the 10 car next year. So, but great run for Eric Almirola, getting second. Third is Denny Hamlin. He led the most laps today at 156. He ran good, just wasn't enough because William Byron took the last playoff spot from him there. At fourth, I want to give a shout out to Chase Briscoe. He ran top 5 most of the day. He had some great speed, so did some of the Stewart-Haas cars. But, yeah, it was great to see Chase Briscoe have a great run for a change. He was top 5 most of the day and top 10 most of the day, too. So that was a great run by Chase Briscoe. He needed that, and he goes to one of his best tracks, Phoenix. He usually runs pretty well there, too, and he has a win there. So, great run by Chase Briscoe. I want to... he deserves a shout out. So it was a great job by Briscoe, and glad that he got a great run that he deserved. Fifth, Joey Logano. I didn't hear much from him, but he finished fifth. Sixth is Kyle Larson, who's in the round of 4. Seventh is last week's winner. Finished seventh is last week's winner, Christopher Bell, who finished 7th and is in the Final Four. 8th, Chris Buescher. Great. He had a great season. Made it to the round of 8. Just wasn't enough to get to the Final Four. He basically had to win. But great season by Chris Buescher and a great run by him today at Martinsville. And 9th, Austin Cindric. He had a great run, getting a top 10 finish. So great run by Cindric. Shout out to Todd Gilliland getting 10th, the 10th final spot of the top 10, Todd Gilliland. So great job by him. I didn't hear him much the whole race, so it was great to see him or hear him have a great run. 11th, Bubba Wallace. 12th, Martin Truex. Great season by him. Was the regular season champ. Just wasn't enough. He didn't do that well in the playoffs to begin with, and that's going to hurt you if you don't get much stage points. But Martin Truex had all he had, did all he could, but it just wasn't enough for him. A great season for him. William Byron finished 13th. He did just enough to get that last playoff spot. So, cool for William Byron to make the Final Four. 14th, Ross Chastain. 15th, Harrison Burton, who needed a great run. And it's cool to see him get a top 15 after he getting in that pile up a little bit there earlier in that race. So great rebound by him. 16th is Kevin Harvick. 17th is Chase Elliott, who led 83 laps. He did all he could on fuel. Just wasn't enough for him. 18th is Ty Gibbs. 19th, Ricky Stenhouse. And 20th is Ryan Preece. 21st, Eric Jones. 22nd, Corey LaJoie. 23rd, Austin Dillon. 24th, Ty Dillon. 25th, Michael McDowell. 26th, Tyler Reddick, who I'm sure he basically had no win, but great season by him. He made the round of 8 his first year with 2311 Racing. remarkable season by him. 27th is Kyle Busch. You just didn't have it today, and neither did RCR. And RCR's short track program just hasn't been there this year. Hopefully they can get that fix going into 2024 and get that straightened out, because that's been RCR's downfall this year, is their short track program in the Cup Series, that is. 28th is AJ Allmendinger. 29th, Ryan Newman. 30th, Justin Haley. 31st, Carson Hocevar. 32nd, Alex Bowman. 33rd, Brad Keselowski. 34th, Daniel Suarez. 35th, JJ Ely. And 36th is BJ McLeod. And congrats to the Final Four drivers. Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell on making the Final Four, getting to compete for a championship. Congrats to those guys getting to compete for a championship. And there's a 50% chance Hendrick car could, there's 50% chance a Hendrick car can win the championship, and a 50% chance a Chevy will win a championship. There's a 25% chance that a Ford or Toyota could win it. So, but nonetheless, congrats to those four guys that I just mentioned that made the Final Four and get to race for a championship. But the guys that didn't get to make it, unfortunately, congrats to Chris Buescher, Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, and who else am I missing? And congrats to Chris Buescher, Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick, and Mark Truex Jr. Yeah, Mark Truex Jr. on a great season. They had a great run making it this far, but just was not meant for it to be for them. Those four that I mentioned didn't make it, but great run by them. Doing all they could. But congrats to the championship four that could get to Good 10 for title next week. And let's get to Austin Dillon here. Just wasn't our race today. We couldn't. We had 3 speeding penalties. That's what I read from Austin Dillon's Instagram post, that the team had 3 speeding penalties. They just couldn't overcome it. Finished 23rd, but just get ready for Phoenix. Close out the year on the right note next week. Still a loyal Austin Dillon supporter here. I'm still proud of to be an Austin Dillon fan, and I will always support my guy. Let's have a great race next week at Phoenix. Finish off the year on 2023, hopefully off on a high note, and let's get ready for the last race of the season of 2023. Still proud Austin Dillon fan here, through thick and thin, and let's put Martinsville behind us. Hopefully our RCR short track program on the Cup side can improve next year, and let's get ready for Phoenix, and let's go Austin Dillon.